welcome to a new video and welcome to my creative life. We've got another video today of various clips of things that I've been doing over the past couple of weeks. I'm all dolled up and ready to go out to a summer party with Rain's work friends, which is quite exciting. I'm a bit brave, I'm a bit nervous. I always get nervous in these sorts of social situations, but I'm sure it will be fine and lovely. It was last year, so that's what I'm remembering, that buzz of managing it last year. Oh, sorry about that noise. I promised I wouldn't waffle on because I need to leave, so I need to film all these clips as quickly as I can. So we've got some painting coming up, we've got some art again as usual, and also some sewing, some altering an outfit, and also a dress for Glastonbury Festival. That's all coming up. And also we've got a Glastonbury Festival haul. I thought you might be interested to see them. And so I hope you enjoy watching. Let's begin with the alterations of the blue outfit. Okay, well, welcome to the sewing segment of this video. This is the outfit, a top and skirt that I made for Glastonbury Festival last year. I'm just going to make a couple of adjustments. I want a bit more coverage on my upper arm here. So I'm going to add some fabric here. Also, when I lift my arms up in the air, you can see my tummy a bit in, in the odd place where there's like a bit of a gap here. It goes a bit high here. I might add a little bit of fabric there. I'm not too bothered about that. But the skirt is a little bit short. It doesn't look it on this mannequin, but it does come above my knees. I'd just like it a little smidge longer. So I found, okay, let me put it on the tripod now. So I found this dress with this navy lace. So I'm going to cut out the navy lace and pop that around the bottom. And underneath that, in the lining, there's some lovely silk, so that might come in useful as well. I also have, did I use it in this top? Yes, here. I also have more of this silk here. Oh, and also I found a couple of bits. This trim looks like it was off the bottom of a petticoat, and just a polyester lining of a skirt, so I could always use that fabric as well if I need to. Right, so now it's just a case of cutting up and piecing it together. There we are, all finished. I've added these little bits of silk like I said I would. I really like the lace at the hem. I think that really adds some more detail to the skirt that was actually quite plain and boring. And I might have overdone this sleeve. It's a bit poofy, but never mind. We can deal with poofy. And I think there we are, that's done. So this is a painting I thought I would try using a similar sort of style. I don't know if you saw it, but I did a painting called Demeter, Earth Goddess, or did I call it something else in the end? Anyway, it was about earth, the elements of earth, and I thought I would try and do a series with the other elements, and this was my attempt at water in a similar sort of style with a mix of abstract and realism. I found this one difficult. I have not practiced enough painting water. To get that translucence is really difficult, and also my picture that I was using, the figure was mostly silhouetted, and I kind of wanted it a little bit more, I kind of wanted to see her a little bit more clearly, so also that made it a bit tricky. But it was a good challenge, and in the end I did like the painting. Okay, so I bought this new sketchbook for Glastonbury Festival. It's a bit smaller than I was expecting. I typed in A5, I think that's A5. So as you can see, a little bit on the small side. But never mind, I was sort of disappointed at first, but now I'm thinking that that's actually it is a nice little size. I'm not going to feel awkward or to get this out in public, and you know, it's quite discreet. Also, it's got to be lightweight because I'm carrying it around all day. Yeah, it's the Moleskine Art Collection sketchbook, and it is 165 GSM. Very smooth paper. I did look to see whether I could get the watercolour paper. I know that Moleskine do a couple of watercolour sketch pad options, but not in this size, at least not from the site I was looking at. Excited to give this a try. So I was really excited this year to take a sketchbook in with me to Glastonbury Festival. You do get a little bit of downtime every now and then. It all depends on your lineup really, and how much walking you want to do from one act to the other, because of course there's always something on, there's always something happening, but sometimes you just need to sit down and have a break. And I thought I would take my sketchbook in this time and have a little go at sketching at Glastonbury Festival. And it's very smooth paper. I think it'll be fine to write on as well as to draw. So it's not watercolour paper or anything like that, but it actually was fine. So here we are, this is what I sat down in the shade to have a little sketch with. And weirdly, there was another guy next to me also getting out his art kit and having a sketch. So that was quite funny. So this was looking into the cabaret field. This is the cabaret tent. Then there's these flags and hammocks here, and flags in the background, and well, it literally was a quick sketch. It wasn't very accurate. I've drawn two people. I need to practice people. And I did want to actually. I did want to practice particularly crowds of people, but the time never really was right. This was full of people, which is why this sort of area is a little bit woolly because I couldn't see it properly. Then I didn't actually have time for a couple of days, and then I sat and again in the shade, it was a hot festival. I sat and drew this in the craft field. So this was this amazing sculpture made of metal and glass. It was very impressive, plus all the flags. And then I ran out of time to properly fill in the details of sort of between the ground and the flags. There were just like so many tents. It was really hard to, I found it quite difficult to sort of minimise what I was actually seeing, because this was like lots and lots of different shaped tents, and yeah, so there's definitely practice needed there. And this was while waiting for Guns N' Roses to come on. Again, it was a bit tricky because I had people in front of me and ran out of time. They came on and it got too dark, so that was that. It's a very quick sketch, but I don't think it turned out too bad, to be honest. Again, need to work on the crowd drawing, how to draw a crowd. And then this was on the last day, sitting there while waiting for Elton John. Somebody had this flag in front. That was quite a nice, easy sketch to do. I don't know what to do about filling this space. I don't like seeing empty space. But I was chatting with friends as well, so it was really difficult to think of something else to draw, to be honest, apart from my own feet or something like that, because we're literally facing people sitting on their chairs in front of me, people standing around all around, so it was very difficult to see something to draw. I couldn't see the stage at that point. And then this is a little sketch of our friend's son, Zach. It was really sweet. First of all, I tried sketching him from life. It did not work out at all, so I took a photograph of him on my phone and then sketched him from the photograph. So that's all I did. There is just so much to see and do there. I would have liked to have done more sketching, but also finding the shade. There's not a lot of shade over there, and it was just too hot a lot of the time. But I really got into it, and I liked this small size. Maybe it was just less daunting, this small size paper. So I think I'm going to try and keep this up in this book now, but yeah, I think I am going to carry this around a bit more often. So I took this pencil case. I thought you might be interested to see the selection of bits I took in. Some of this I could definitely pare back. Eraser, pencil sharpener, 2 GP sketching pencils. I think that was my backup pen for writing in my journal. I took 1 waterproof pen from Derwent, the graphic one. These Inktense pencils. These happen to be the colours that were in the tin, and I was in a bit of a rush when I was packing it by now. So we've got fuchsia, poppy red, sun yellow, felt green and bright blue, and then just a range of these Lyra aqua colours. Yeah, I could have definitely cut back on a couple of these. I didn't need 3 greens altogether, I didn't need 3 yellows altogether. A dark blue and 1 light blue would have been enough. There's lots of bright colours, definitely to the purple, the red, the pink. So there we are, that's my little selection, and then the Derwent water brush to go over it with water. And there we are, that's my little setup. And I don't like things out of place, so I'm now going to go and put these back away in the tins that they came out of. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to doing it. I'm definitely going to do that again next year. And I'm looking forward to taking a sketchbook around with me more often. I usually take a big one with me when we go in the camper van. But apart from that, I haven't really just taken one out and about. And I think that's what I might try doing, which I'm really excited about actually. I did really enjoy it. So this is the cream dress that I showed you, I don't know, a couple of months ago. I made it actually for Christmas out of an old duvet. But it hanged really quite long, and being Glastonbury, I didn't want it trailing on the ground too much, and it was the weather forecast kept changing. Sometimes it looked a bit dodgy and I didn't want it to get muddy and completely spoiled. So I just did some hitching to hitch it up a little bit, and also at the neckline. The shoulders kept falling off, so I just had to cut off the straps at the neckline, shorten them, and sew that back on. And I kind of feel it's always interesting to see what people buy at festivals, so I thought I would film a little haul of my bits and pieces. So my first purchases was from a stall called Forage that's there quite regularly, and I thought this was a skirt. I thought this was the waistband. I thought, oh, that's nice and big. And then it turns out that's the neckline, and the sleeves are here. Hang on, let me step back a bit so you can see more of the full thing. So that's the sleeve. It was just one of those sort of bat wing tops. I think I am going to still adjust it to make it a skirt, and just all I'd need to do is cut off the cuffs of the sleeves and cut along that line there and make the waistband fit. Maybe add an extra bit of elastic around the waistband, and then I've got myself a nice brown skirt. And yeah, this was on a £5 sale rail. I haven't seen one of those for a long time, and certainly never at Forage, so I was really quite surprised and pleased about that, because I do love the stuff there. It's very cool. Also on the rail was this sort of layering piece, I suppose, which you could wear over leggings, trousers, jeans, a skirt, a dress, anything. Just a cool thing that makes your outfit look a bit more elfish. This belt perhaps was in the special offer because some of the stitching is fraying, but it was originally £32 and I got it for £5. Brilliant, nice chunky wide belt. And lastly, this was actually also on the £5 rail, but it wasn't meant to be, it was £10. This utility pocket belt, festival belt. Look, I mean, there's no original price on it, but it would have been, I'm sure, like 40-50 quid these normally go for at the festival. Yeah, so very pleased with these buys, and I'm looking forward to making outfits with these for next year's festival. Sort of steampunky, winchy, piratey sort of outfits. Some frilly cream dresses, I feel, would look good with these. And then on the last day I had a bit of time to wander on my own, and I found a few more little bits. The first was these two hair scrunchies, and I really wish now that I had bought more. They had some nice colours. Yeah, because the velvet is quite nice too, it's nice and soft. These were 2 for £5, and I need scrunchies. From the same stall, these were 3 for £5. I bought one of these wraparound bracelet. I just thought those were really nice coloured beads. I like the pearls, and I think I need more bracelets. I don't have many. I bought another bracelet. This is a much more of a pretty one. Yeah, I just liked that design really. And then I bought a long set of beads, and I needed a third thing. Actually, I really quite like this. It's something I used to wear, you know, long beads in the 90s. Even if I only wear it for pirate outfits, or I could double it up and make them shorter, which I might be more comfortable with than just really long beads. But anyway, I thought that was pretty. These were £1. And I'll be honest, I'm not sure. They are quite sort of twee, maybe a bit young for me. But I'm always looking for more interesting clips. I do clip my sides of my hair up. I need some more interesting things to clip them up with. So I don't know, they're too girly. If they are, I'll give them to Rain, she'll like them. I bought this bracelet for £5. I just liked that design. And they also had these pencil cases. They were 3 for £5, bargain, real leather. Now I'm going out sketching. I wanted 3 different designs so that I would recognise each one and know the different contents. But they only, I think they had another one, but it was really ugly. Now I think, oh, I should have just maybe just got 3 that matched rather than having this odd one out. Anyway, these are nicely padded. There's quite a nice bit of protection in there. There we are, that's my little Sunday afternoon purchases. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you didn't mind it all being a little bit bitty here and there, all these little clips sort of randomly joined together. Sometimes it's just nice to just randomly throw in all the clips and see how it turns out. Thank you for spending your time with me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, very warm welcome. Please hit subscribe. It would be lovely to see you again. And take care. See you again soon. Bye.